What's the favorite part of the program, the community?
But I always found it really, really easy to follow, things really easy to find, the platform, the app that you've got on your phone, so I can access stuff and think, right,
In terms of like someone who would look into working right now and they're watching this video, what would you say? What they need to know about Dan that they might not know already?
3,300 in profit in 2 months. If you can't help or if you're not available, there's countless other people that can help, will be available. You're all very, very knowledgeable.
Like, what's been the biggest challenge, would you say, since starting?
1,000% it's other people's safety.
Are we finally finished the refurb? We are live and direct.
Yeah, so the refurb was meant to just take a couple of weeks in the summer, but then it ended up going above and beyond.
As they
So
always do.
yeah, the end date ended up being the 1st of November.
Yeah.
So we launched on the 1st of November, and by we, I say the new company. So I've got a limited company, which is amazing, and it was really nice to see my name on the company, and it's
Yeah.
Pink
So,
Flamingo Holdings, which is very me.
yeah.
Um, so I hope, can you still see me if I go off?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought you would like some statistics. So I got them together. Right. So in November, it had 70% occupancy, which
Nice.
which is really, really good.
So that's
Um,
first month. That was first month that one
that was
launched.
very, yeah, very, very first month. And that was 2 grand profit,
Nice. There we
which
go. Now we're
was
cooking.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Then month two, 64%
Mhm.
occupancy, and that was £1,400 profit, and that's just property one. So that's just over 2 months. So 3,300 in profit in 2 months, which is
Insane.
absolutely brilliant. I'm so pleased because obviously with it being November and December,
Yeah.
I was really expecting to take a hit on it. But actually, it's done above and beyond, and
Yeah.
it's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Insane, insane to hear. And like, what's been the thing? Why do you think it's gone so well? Like, what do they reckon? Like, was it with the listing the way you did it, or what? What's been the key thing to make it succeed in these lower months? Because ultimately, November is actually the worst month categorically to launch an Airbnb, and you managed to get 2K profit. So what did you feel like you did well?
What did I do well? I think that when I started the renovation, I didn't want to spend too much money on it because I knew that it was going to be for contractors. But then so many problems arose that kind of forced me to do things properly, to research into things, and also to look at the market around me and just make sure that maybe I did pip them to the post a little bit,
Yeah,
with a few things that I know that contractors like. So I already had 3 years worth experience with my other Airbnb,
yeah,
which also has been doing incredibly well. So I just thought, what were the things that people like? What are the things that are unnecessary? What are the things that are necessary? And what are the things that people comment about on my
yeah,
reviews as well? So I think that's really, really helped. And the listings, of course, as well, and just knowing how to do the listings.
yeah. So did you get all the bookings to like Airbnb Booking.com, or where are the bookings coming
No,
from?
that's honestly the crazy thing. So I think only about, I think it was 53%, 55%, something like that, were through Airbnb and Booking.com.
Yeah,
However, people were actually contacting me to say, can we book direct? And
yeah.
then there was one booking, they came back 3 times. There was one that came back twice, and then two of them ended up extending as well. So I think that the shortest stay that I had was some hospital workers, and they stayed 4 nights.
Nice, insane. That's what I like to hear. And I think what would like the because obviously we worked together for a while, we've known each other for a while, but what's the obviously we've got a lot of plans, I guess, for the next 12 months to try and really rinse this out. Are you still working at the moment, or are you planning to what's the issue there?
So definitely the idea was when I started the company in May that my end point a year later would be to either drop a day, or pull back significantly on my 9 to 5 job. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I'll ever give up teaching completely. Not at the moment. I do like to be in the teaching arena. However, I've learned that this really, really does take a lot of time. And with property number three, that potentially I'll buy, hopefully, or another property that I own, then I know that I really, really need that time to get it up to scratch if it is going to
Yeah.
be another renovation project.
Yeah, for sure. I think because you've done it a bit different as well. All yours are renovation projects as well. So like they
Yeah.
make it obviously takes a lot more time than if you just like manage another person's property. And are you open to managing other people's properties now? Do you feel like you've got the
Yes.
confidence to do it?
So now that my evenings, weekends, and every single moment hasn't been sanding something, glossing
Yeah.
something, trying to source cheap furniture, my mind now has gone into that, and I've done a couple of quotes for people, and just naturally, a few people have asked me about it as well, about their money that they've got squirreled away if they wanted to actually invest in something. So
Yeah.
I could also give them the advice from a renovation point of view, literally from the starting point to the
Yeah.
end point, especially in the area that I'm operating in. I know of quite a few projects that are coming on which are quite big. So
Yeah.
therefore, the need for service accommodation is going to be high in the areas
Yeah.
that I've initially invested in anyway, which are about 30 miles apart. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just a nice little to well, I think probably till 2029, one of the
Mhm.
projects. And it's next to Doncaster Airport. So
So,
yeah,
love
watch
that.
the
Well, yeah,
space.
yeah. I mean, like what you can do as well is obviously you can like source. Not only can you source buy to lets if you want, it's like you can also source some like rent to rent deals that you can then manage. Like
Yeah.
if you know the location is going to work and you've already got proof of concept, then no reason you can't just take on as many rent to rent deals as you want. Or like
Yeah, but management definitely I'm gonna that's the next step, 100%. So I know the areas now, and I've got a really, really good system built up. Thank you for all your support and advice on that. So yeah, I've got all the systems in place. I love all the little integrations that I've got, and I don't think I could have done it without that
yeah,
guidance.
insane. And like in terms of like your three biggest challenges, like or like what wasn't like nervous about when you got started with this, and like how have you overcome them? Like what's been the biggest challenges would you say since starting, and where do you feel like you've overcome?
1000% it's other people's safety.
Mhm.
That will always be in the back of my mind. So therefore, on your course that I did, just the intricacies of making sure that people are safe. I think that's something that not a lot of people do that run Airbnbs, and I think that it's so, so important. And I know I can sleep at night knowing that I've got everything in place, even though it costs me a lot of money
Yeah,
to instigate everything. So yeah, health and safety, fire doors, fire regulations, just doing everything above board to make sure that my guests are safe. That is
yeah.
my number one priority.
I love that. And like, yeah, you said, I mean, like a lot of people aren't even like fire compliant at the moment, with all the new
No.
legislation that came in, people just think it's as easy as just like popping it on Airbnb. And it is if you're actually like, you actually have the stuff in place. I think as well,
Yeah.
like it's really good for you as well, though, to like fully understand all that compliance side because now like you're not built on weak foundations, you're built on like the strongest foundations you can
Yeah.
have. So that means now you can scale confidently.
Not only that, but people trust what I say, because I'd never ever put my properties at risk that I own.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not like I'm trying to win a quick buck off of a stranger in their house. It's a
yeah,
case of I'm protecting my assets as well, and it's
yeah.
me that's accountable for my own management. So.
Yeah, for sure. And what do like the next 12 months look like for you? What's your aim next 12 months? You currently got
Enjoy a 2 week rest over Christmas, although I have got a booking that's just checked in now until New Year, which is fab. And he's just messaged me to say, "Oh my God, how did you know that I like Stella?" And that's the only feedback that I've got.
nice, nice.
I just put a pack of Stella in the fridge for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. So good.
Yes, after that it will be I'm going to go back to your course and I'm going to refresh on quite a lot of things because you guys have been updating it and I haven't quite kept my finger on the pulse with
Yeah,
that. So I'm going to go back, update myself, re-educate myself, and then go and start the management side of things. And
nice.
it's like
Come on, hit me with a number.
so the company was opened on the 25th of May,
Yeah,
and by then I'd like five.
easy. So January,
Yeah,
February, March,
management
April, May.
company.
One a month basically.
Yeah,
Five more, and then you can have two. You got seven. And what's beautiful as well about you've obviously got the two properties yourself that you manage, and
mm,
like you have proof of concept. So leverage that highly. Use that and use that to get new bookings. And like or
yeah.
get new people on board because like you have the beautiful thing of like I do already manage properties.
Yeah, and you know what? Other people that have got Airbnbs that I've sat down with and spoke to, they're like, "What? You haven't bought linen, you haven't bought towels, and your cleaner goes in and manages all of that, and then you just get an
Yeah,
invoice." I'm like, Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no towels, no ironing, no bedding. I've not had to buy anything like that. And I've got Ziploc beds, quick single, quick double, and then two singles. Brilliant, fantastic.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all automated. And they just, as soon as I get a booking, that pings through to the cleaning companies that I use, and they're there. It's like
So,
magic.
like it's like magic, isn't it? It's easy as that. Cool. So let's get five on it. And in terms of like, what's your like working with ourselves? Obviously, you've been with us for a while now. Like, what's the favorite part? I guess not only of like working with us, but like the program, the community, all of it.
I think I've liked seeing you evolve, all of you. And it's nice to have come in quite early through Steph, and meet you all kind of on an organic level because I've seen how many people and followers you've got now.
Yeah,
So I feel like I'm in the top few. That
the OGs.
yeah,
The OGs.
which is nice, which is nice. But it's been good from I think that the education. I know you changed it a couple of times, but I always found it really, really easy to follow. Things really easy to find. The platform, the app that you've got on your phone, so I can access stuff and think, right, what was that on that bit, and I can do that. And the videos, yeah, bit of everything really. And I think the really important thing, I know that Ollie, he produced quite a lot of documents that I've been able
Yeah,
to use as a template. And that's really important for people to be able to put their hands on as well.
yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I think the ease of like simply we've only ever tried to make it more and more simple. Like we started and it was like so long and like a lot of like overwhelm, whereas now it's like make it as streamlined as it physically possible so that people can just win.
Yeah, I mean the complexities of the first bit that you did, I actually enjoyed that, and I think that it made me sit down and take notice instead of that quick gratification
Yeah.
of yep, done, and it actually forced me into learning a bit more. And also I've made a really good friend in Helen as well, and
Oh,
we've had hours worth of conversations and
I love
multiple
that.
text messages, and she's just great.
I love that. I love that.
We're the
Well, you need
same
to,
we're the same personality.
yeah, yeah. We need to come to the Q1 event and get meet everyone in person. We're
I
gonna do a big,
will.
we'll do a big Q1 event and we'll give everyone at least 3 months notice. So that means
Yeah,
everyone
and
no excuses.
she's definitely on my radar for sourcing me a property down where she is as well, because that
Yeah, yeah.
seems to be ridiculously lucrative.
Yeah, in Chester, yeah. Pretty good over there. That's right. I have 35 properties in Chester, I think. 35 properties in Chester.
Okay.
Yeah, 35 in Chester. But in terms of ultimately, you've had really good success with these two properties. For anyone looking to achieve kind of that level of success in, yeah, just like on the Airbnb side, let's say. So like actually being able to like, generate revenue when you put the property up, I guess. What's one thing they should do? Say they've just got an Airbnb, they're about to launch it. What's something they should do? Or then they have no clue what's going on.
Right, so I'm going to answer question one first. So controversially, get in touch with your competition.
Hmm.
I found out the competition in my renovation area, and we sat down and we went for a drink. So if they cannot house people, or they don't want to, or they're away on holiday, then they've passed me clients, and it earned me £1,000 in week one profit, because they passed me a client and they rebooked two more times. So that was three bookings that I got from a drink with my competition. And then I've had people that I've not been able to accommodate because they've been a bit cheeky and tried to put more people in the house than I could accommodate. So then I've passed that over to them and they've accommodated them. But not only that is they've got a completely different concept than I have. So we've swapped kind of ideas and kind of chewed the fat over what works for them, what works for me about the area. And they actually live in the area as well. So they've actually gone round to my house and checked after my cleaners because it's half an hour away from me. So it's been
Yeah.
really good. So I went round yesterday and I took them a bottle of champagne to say thank you. And I think we're not all in competition with each other.
Yeah, for sure. Collaboration over competition is what I always say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's again nice to see them evolve. Right, so second question, what advice would I give to people first starting out? Do Dan's course. I'm going to plug you. There you go. So do Dan's course. Make sure that you're compliant. Your dad's my accountant, so he
Oh
knows his
yeah.
stuff, and we've had a couple of hours conversation on the phone, and it's really important to have people that are specialized. and obviously he is ridiculously specialized because of yourself. So it's been really interesting to know all the different bits that I've absolutely no clue about, and it's worth investing the money. And I went above and beyond what I even expected to put as an outlay down on the business, and that'll get paid off hopefully pretty rapidly with if it continues like this, touch wood. But knowing the people that have been in your shoes at the starting point, because you know how worried I was at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
I was whittling and I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. It's just too much money. But at the end of the day, like this last 2 months have just made me realize, blimey, that really, really was worth it.
yeah, 100%. It's when you start to see the return, and like the thing is as well, it's a return investment for your whole life. It's not the next 2 months. You know what I mean? Every property you
Absolutely.
bring on now, you're just gonna always know exactly what's gonna happen. And then in in terms of like someone who would look into working right now and they're watching this video, what would you say? What do they need to know about Dan that they might not know already?
If you can't help or if you're not available, there's countless other people that can help and will be available, and you're all very, very knowledgeable. And I think that no matter what's happened, you've always kept it organic and you've not let it take over like you and your personality. You've always come back down to ground zero where there's a couple of people struggling at the bottom or have only got one property. You never treat anybody any differently. I feel like, I'm talking to a multimillionaire here.
Yeah, but one, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely one thing.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.